A stepmother, who has no love for her young child, sits him in front of a car's tire. She tells her servant, "The car is ready. You may go." The servant replies, "As you wish," and moves to start the car. As he does, he suddenly sees a heavenly, angel-like figure in front of him. Shocked, he rubs his eyes. The angel disappears. When he looks again in the side mirror, he sees the angel once more, this time gesturing to warn him. He quickly gets out of the car and checks in front of the tire. There, he finds the small child sitting dangerously close. He immediately picks up the child and calls out to his mistress, telling her, "Your child was sitting in front of the car." The stepmother angrily responds, "Who told you to pick him up?" Just then, her husband arrives. She quickly grabs the child from the servant and blames the servant for the situation. The servant defends himself, saying he did nothing wrong. The husband, confused and angry, asks, "How did the child get there?" Then he shouts, "I'm firing you." The wife snaps, "Don't talk too much, just get lost." As this happens, another man arrives. The wife tells her husband, "This is my friend." Her husband says he has to go out for some work and will return soon. Then he leaves. Once he's gone, the wife and her friend bring a horse, put the child inside a bag on the horse's back, and let the horse loose in the scorching sun. As the horse walks off alone with the child, the husband spots it on the road. He says, "This is my wife's horse," and runs towards it. When he checks, he finds his child inside the bag. He hugs the child and says, "Who left you here all alone?" He calls out to his wife, but she doesn't respond. The husband takes the horse and the child back home. Enraged, he asks the servant, "Who left the child and the horse alone?" The servant insists it wasn't him. The husband starts shouting for his wife. Meanwhile, the wife and her friend are playing bullets, probably a game or metaphorical for gambling or violence. When questioned again, the wife once more blames the servant. Her husband scolds the servant and tells him to leave. He hands the child back to his wife and says, "Take care of him from now on," and leaves. Outside, the servant stops the husband and tells him everything, how the wife and her friend are trying to harm the child. The husband doesn't believe him at first, but the servant insists and asks him to come along and see for himself. Meanwhile, the wife and her friend place the child on a toy car and push it onto the road, then hide nearby. A real car approaches and runs over the toy car. The husband, who was listening to everything from behind, records the entire scene on his phone. The wife, pretending to be innocent, starts crying and says, of her and her friend. He calls the police, who come and arrest the wife and her accomplice. The husband apologizes to the servant and they leave happily with the child. May God protect us from such evil parents.